COVID-19 has now been reported in nearly every country across the globe. And as it begins to spread more rapidly in the developing world, the concern is that countries with less well-funded healthcare systems and fragile economies will be the most severely impacted. The UN says it will focus on fighting the virus in the poorest countries.
We must come to the aid of the ultra-vulnerable, millions upon millions of people who are least able to protect themselves. This is a matter of basic human solidarity.
UN agencies and international NGOs will help deliver laboratory and medical supplies, install hand-washing stations in camps and settlements, and launch a public health information campaign. It's estimated the project will cost more than $2 billion, and wealthy countries are being asked to contribute.
We're seeing huge economic stimulus plans being developed around the world, and that's going to help. But it would be a smart strategy and an intelligent strategy for every developed country just to spend a little bit of their money on dealing with this problem in the most vulnerable places as well, because that is part of what you need to do if you want to protect yourself.
But the UN itself is now having to make adjustments to keep staff safe. The headquarters in New York is closed to all but essential workers, and the Security Council has cancelled some meetings and experienced technical glitches as it tries to continue its business over video conferencing. There are concerns the UN's effectiveness might be limited.
The importance of the UN is that it's a place where diplomats from around the world can come together, particularly from those countries that have fewer diplomatic resources. And so it might be possible for the United States and the United Kingdom and China, for example, to be having multilateral relationships. That's not necessarily as possible for maybe a country like Ghana or Suriname.
Some aid workers have been evacuated from host countries, while others have been affected by travel restrictions. The UN says it has issued new guidelines for staff and is asking the private sector to help provide enough masks and protective clothing. Officials are currently planning for this humanitarian response to run until December, but they say it is difficult to predict how this virus will spread and affect people's lives across the world in the months ahead. Sarah Walton, CGTN, New York.